You have ever felt misunderstood for thinking deeply, you are in good company throughout history. Some of the most brilliant minds were not celebrated during their lifetimes. They were ridiculed, persecuted, or ignored. Their ideas were seen as dangerous, disruptive, or simply too difficult for society to accept. At the time, these thinkers had one thing in common. They were ahead of their time, and because of that, they suffered for their wisdom. Socrates, the father of Western philosophy, spent his life questioning commonly held beliefs. He challenged people to think critically, to examine their own ideas, and to embrace logic over blind tradition. But instead of being celebrated for his wisdom, he was put on trial for corrupting the youth and disrespecting the gods. His real crime, encouraging people to think for themselves. Despite being given the option to escape, Socrates chose to drink poison rather than abandon his principles. His famous words before his death, "The unexamined life is not worth living." His death sent a clear message. Society fears those who challenge its core beliefs. Galileo's only crime was discovering the truth when he proved that the earth revolves around the sun. He shattered centuries of religious dogma. The church, which held power through controlling knowledge, branded him a heretic. He was forced to publicly deny his own discoveries under threat of torture. Even though we now recognize him as one of history's greatest scientists during his lifetime, he lived under house arrest. His work banned for nearly a century. Galileo's story proves that even the most undeniable truths will be rejected if they threaten the existing power structure. Nietzsche's work was considered too radical, too unsettling. He argued that traditional morality was flawed, that society was built on comforting lies, and that true strength came from creating one's own values. At the time, these ideas were too much for people to handle.